Good morning, welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Carrie Manning from Heritage Dental Spa and Salon.
And I'm Will Ware, I'm with WHHI-TV. We're coming to you today from the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce in Old Town Bluffton, which brings us to our first guest, Megan Kelly, who is an event coordinator with the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce.
And our next guest is Miss Daniela Squicaro. She's here to talk about volunteering and her services associated with the Bluffton Chamber.
And last but definitely not least is Shelley West, founder and CEO of the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. So stick around for more 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV. We're now joined by Megan Kelly with the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Megan, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And so you're fairly new here with the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, yeah?
Yep, I started back in June.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about your role here?
Yeah, so I handle all the events here. I do everything from monthly networking to our signature events. We have 4 of them every year. We have, starting in January, we have the Bluffton Ball. Then we move into April, which has the Taste of Bluffton. And then we have the Boiled Peanut Festival in September. And actually, we are doing Miss Bluffton and Miss Hilton Head in February.
Wow.
So that's going to be new and exciting for us.
So those are 4 major events that happen throughout the year. But you said you mentioned the monthly networking events, and those are important too, right?
Yes, absolutely. One of the reasons that we do them here at the Chamber is it's a benefit for our members to get to meet, the community. That's a huge thing that our members need to have. And so we do a coffee networking the first Tuesday of the month. Then we move into, we're doing our Lunch and Learns quarterly. So our next one will be in January. We're trying to get the Port Royal Sound and, trying to talk about commerce and stuff, benefiting the members and the community. And then we also have our after hours, which is the last Wednesday of the month.
Okay, and that's a great way for business owners or people in the members of the chamber community to really get to know each other and learn more about the various businesses and services available in members in the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, isn't it?
So, Bluffton Ball is coming up, and it might just be me, but I'm pretty sure we're all super excited about this. What's going on for this year? It's the second year, right? So tell us a little bit about what the plans are, what's happening, what can we expect?
So right now nominations are open. Those will end November 30th. So everyone needs to go, nominate all your favorite Bluffton businesses.
I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Go nominate some more. We have 11 different categories this year. We added a new one, which is Artist of the Year. So we're super excited to see where that goes. Tickets are on sale. You can find the links on our website. So yeah, the committee is awesome. They are doing a fantastic job. We're actually going to have it at Sun City in the Pinckney Hall room. There's going to be a reception from 5 to 6, and then the ball will be from 6 to 9.
And there's some great sponsors as well.
Yeah, and there are still sponsorships available, right?
Yep, Covert Air and Farm Bureau Insurance are our 2 presenting sponsors. And then there are sponsorship opportunities available from $900 to $150. There's a wide range.
And those are mostly tables with tickets.
Yeah, they all include tickets. So.
Yeah, so you get to join the event, you get to go if you're the sponsor and all of that, so that's great. And then now you mentioned that you can nominate. How often can you nominate somebody?
As many times as you would like.
Good to know.
Now the nominations, just so people are clear, because we have a lot of contests that are out there. We have, the Best of Bluffton. We have Hilton Head Monthly does awards, as well as the Island Packet, and we love all those contests. Those are more like favorites. This is specific to business and community leaders and people who have done great things in the community. They do not have to be a chamber member. So we're recognizing people in the community, but we want well-written reasons why they are up for the award. So if it's a small business award, it's going to be very thoughtful on the selection, and we want to hear from people why they think this business should receive that award, or for an individual that should also receive that award. It's not about getting a bunch of likes or it's not a favoritism type award. This is, community service, well-standing in the community, business ethics, whatever it is. It's a gamut of compilation on how they will be selected.
Right.
And just so everybody knows, I don't get to select. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said you actually have to write about it, don't you?
Yes.
Like when you go in, you have
right.
to say why you believe this person or this business deserves this award, and you have to be articulate.
And Megan's done a great job. She's graduated in May, and she's kind of jumped into the role. And Chamber, for most of you that know a lot about us, is crazy. And there's just been a few of us, and she's really jumped in and really taken a strong lead on the event. So we're really excited to have her here with us.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Make you feel special.
And I'm going to get her to, she mentioned the Miss Bluffton pageant, and we want folks to know that this is actually a division that the Chamber started under basically a DBA. It wasn't meant to be really a member benefit, but it was something to help brand Bluffton. And we have some really exciting news because last year was our first pageant, and Megan has been a part of that, so I'd like for her to share
Yes,
what we're doing.
We're excited to say that we are going to partner with the Hilton Head, it's the Miss Hilton Head pageant. So it'll be the Miss Bluffton, Miss Hilton Head. So there'll be 2 titles at this year's pageant. It's going to be February 4th at the Hilton Head High School auditorium. So it's super exciting. We're going to have more details to come. We're still in the planning stages, but we're very excited.
I love Miss Bluffton.
And just so Bluffton knows, we will be rotating the location, so
Yes.
it'll go Hilton Head Bluffton. We don't want people to think that we're not going to focus on Bluffton. So there's going to be a lot of participation with the high schools as well.
Well, I think it's good to keep them. I mean, we're close, even though some people think it's Bluffganistan, but I think we're getting past that. Yeah. So there's rumors around town that the Taste of Bluffton is moving locations?
Yes,
Is that true?
It is. We are going to move it down to Calhoun Street this year. It was originally at the Bluffton Village, but now we're deciding to move it down to Calhoun Street. Just the ambiance down there, you can't beat downtown Bluffton. So we're very excited to be moving it down there.
I don't ever hardly miss the Taste of Bluffton. That one's one of my favorites. But there are so many upcoming opportunities available for networking and everything. What are, name just a few of them? Everybody's aware of what's
Our
going
next one is going to be at Pinecrest. It's going to be November 30th from 5:30 to 7. It'll be at the clubhouse. And then the next one we have will be December 6th, and it's going to be at the Juice Hive. And Beaufort County Treasurer Maria Walls will be there speaking about the upcoming tax season and all of the benefits.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions for her.
So excited about. All right, Megan, well, thank you very much for being with us, and make sure that you come right back for more 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV. We're here now with Miss Daniela Squickero. How are you?
I am so good. How are you?
Doing good.
I'm so glad to be back on the show. I love this show.
So well, we're talking because you've got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah.
Your primary position is real estate.
Yes.
But you have a unique situation and position here with the chamber. And as a businesswoman, explain to everybody a little bit, kind of from your perspective, why it's so important to be involved with the chamber.
Well, when I first got to this area, chamber is one of the first things that I did. And that's one of the things that, as a business person in this community, I really want to make sure that people that start businesses or bring their businesses into the area understand is that is the number one thing that needs to be on your checkbox once you establish a business, or even a little bit before. Because the chamber is the first place that you need to go. They're a conduit of information. They are the base resource for you. They are hitting the ground for you as a business, big or small. And it's there as a resource and as a benefit for you. And I've found that myself as a business person, which is one of the reasons that I think it's so important to talk about this from a non-staff perspective, because I'm a volunteer here and I love it and I'm going to be here forever. And it's just this wonderful thing that people need to be involved in because it is good for your business. And of course you get in what you put out.
Right.
That's the thing. But you get out even when you don't put in. Even if you're just a base member and you just do the affiliate, because look, not everybody has time to get involved. Not everybody has time to do the networking.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be involved and be a member, because they're still working for you behind the scenes. You just don't always know what they're doing. but you are getting that benefit.
Well, and like Shelley and I were talking earlier, I think there is some confusion on what the role of the chamber is in a technically a small community, but it's growing very quickly.
Oh yes.
I don't know if we can still say small, but that's the idea. But
Yeah.
you want to touch on that?
Yeah, Daniela, if you could tell us a little bit about some of the things that you have been involved
Yeah.
with the chamber, just to give folks an idea of how it all works and some of the vision you have had for the chamber itself.
Absolutely. Well, my mindset is always one of growth and expansion and getting better, and not always being bigger, but being a better version of whatever it is that you want to be. So I think that the chamber is a huge central place for that in this area as far as vision goes for the business community, because look, this area is growing whether anybody likes it or not. The train is rolling,
Yes.
and
Yes.
the chamber can be part of how that's directed and how that goes. But you've got to be involved. So that's just one of the decisions I made, speaking of, why I decided to get in here and what we're doing here. And look, I'm not the only one that can be doing this, and I'm not the only one that does this. I might be the only one that does it how much I do it, but
And we appreciate
anybody,
that.
yeah, I love this community. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm in the chamber. My husband and I, we haven't even been here that long, and look at all the things I do.
What I was getting ready to say.
And chamber's been a huge part
Your
of that.
hard work has absolutely paid off, and I think
Yeah.
you are a great example of what the chamber can do for your business as well as your
Exactly.
husband.
Exactly.
Because you both are new to the community. You haven't been here that long, have you?
That's 2.5 years.
2.5 years, yeah. And both
look
of
at
you all
how
are doing very well.
Yeah.
But again, like I tell my kids
you
all
use the
the
resource.
time,
Yes.
you get back what you put in.
That's right. That's right.
So you're doing
that is
good
my
job.
advice to you.
Good job,
Hey,
Shelley.
I'm happy to have her. I'm happy to have her as an advocate for the chamber, and
Yes.
she's right about, it is what you make of it. But we want folks to understand that they don't have to feel like they have to do all these things physically. And we have a lot of small businesses, and they're all working hard to pay the bills and keep their lights on and generate revenue. And we don't want them to think that we're not a benefit or that it's not important for them to be here with us. And we really need them to know that we are here as a resource, but we're always representing, whether they see it outwardly. We're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Well, and like we talked earlier too, not everybody understands what transfers from this location to the state level with either
Exactly.
legislation and all that kind of stuff too. You all are a representative for us as a community.
That's true.
So it kind of comes.
Well, and not to mention, the
circle.
chamber gains its strength from its members. That's how it works.
Well, and
and
that's
the
what she
stronger
was
the
saying
chamber,
earlier.
exactly, and the stronger the chamber gets, the more they can do for the member businesses. So it's this cyclical sort of thing. But we, as the business people in the community, we're the ones that have to support it.
If you want your voice heard, you
That's
have
right.
to apply
And I like getting my
yourself.
voice heard. That works for me.
So, when you moved here, what was one of
Yeah.
the things that, you started this young professionals group. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So that's something that, Shelley and I had talked about that for a long time, and we formulated that kind of behind the scenes. And unfortunately, Matthew threw a little bit of a wrench in that progress because it was relatively new. So we're going to be doing a reboot here pretty soon and getting it all ready for 2017. So look out, YP in 2017 is going to be awesome. But the biggest reason for that, the business community in this area is very strong, and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing. And I think that there is a disconnect between the people who have been established in business in this area for a long time and the people who are, your age or my age, who are getting here and they just don't know what to do, or they may have even grown up here and they don't see the opportunities that exist. It's not that they're not there. It's just that they don't have a connection. They don't have a line in. Right. So that is the main point of YP. I mean, it's fun to go out and have a cocktail after work and, relax a little bit and talk to your fellow business people, in the Young Professionals group. But at the end of the day, the point is mentorship and keeping an even line between business generations so that nothing is lost in translation.
So Daniela, we've talked a little bit about some of the events that the Chamber puts on and some of the activity that it does for its members. So for our viewers who are maybe existing Chamber members or thinking about it, what's a good resource for them to learn more about these events and some of the activities going on with the Chamber?
Yeah, so this is, I know I seem really excited all the time, but that's just because everything is so exciting. And the fact is, so the Chamber website has been under construction for a little while, and it is absolutely gorgeous now. So go to blufftonchamberofcommerce.org. That is blufftonchamberofcommerce.org, and check out the new website. It's got all the same features than it did before with some additional benefits, and the events calendar, to answer your question, is definitely where you need to go, not just for chamber events. Anything in the area you want to learn about what's going on, that chamber events calendar is going to be your go-to resource. And you do not have to be a member to get on that calendar. If you have an event that's going on and you're not a chamber member, send it on over to Megan. She's the events coordinator. She will get it in the calendar, assuming that it's appropriate for the area and the calendar. But and if you're a member yourself, you can go in through Chambermaster, right? And you can put that in yourself. So you don't even have to wait for the chamber to do that for you. So it's a great resource.
Great stuff, Daniela. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Let's stick around for another segment of 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV. We're now joined by Shelley West, who is the CEO and founder of the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Shelley, thank you for joining us today.
It's great to be here, Will.
Yeah, thank you for having us. How long has this chamber been in existence?
This Chamber of Commerce formed in January of 2012, and it was prompted by myself. I actually have some chamber background in my work resume, and actually I grew up here in Bluffton, so I really wanted to see, as the growth has continued here in Bluffton, really wanted to see Bluffton have its very own grassroots chamber that was chartered here. And particularly of interest were small business owners. We have a lot of entrepreneurs here in Bluffton, my father being one of them. He is a general contractor. I ran his business for 10 years and really wanted to see a reach to help those folks, kind of draw them out, have a place where they could meet professionally, have a building where they could have, they could interview, utilize resources here, and that pretty much prompted the chamber. And being from the area and having some longevity here, I had quite a handful of mentors, as well as knowing quite a few business folks here. So made a lot of phone calls. We had, I think, about 200 businesses that we surveyed about the chamber, and I think within 3 weeks we had 100 members.
Really?
Very quickly. Wow. A lot of phone calls. People wanted to be charter members and founding members of the chamber. So we have 25 chartered members that signed the charter here, and we have about, I think, 75 founding members of the chamber. And all of those folks are still members of the chamber, unless, of course, we have a handful of businesses that have gone out of business.
Sure.
But most of them are still members of the chamber. So it's been a challenging, fun, interesting development of a great organization that's filtering into the community and really just being a representative for the businesses here.
Sure, sure.
Now, I know this, but why don't you tell the audience why the chamber is good for the community?
Well, one of the things with the chamber, our main mission is really focused on business to business and representing and being a voice for businesses. But with this chamber and being grassroots and being the first chartered chamber in Bluffton, we really wanted to filter in more with the community. Part of that is encouraging smaller businesses to really support the community, be more active in events, be more active with our charitable groups, and getting those organizations to also offer partnerships with our businesses that have value. It could be marketing value, it could be just good community. So a lot of what we do some events that help showcase the community, but also provide opportunity for our businesses. Now, we represent all businesses as a nonprofit chamber of commerce, which means we're tax exempt. And what that exemption means, we are 501c6, it means that we represent general commerce in the area. So everything that we do as far as advocacy, whether it's local government, county, state, or national, we support that for the overall business community. But we want to also have those folks generate with local fundraising, whatever that might be, and it gives businesses great exposure. It's good for business, it's good for the community, And we also do some things like the Veterans Day. We had a cookout here. That was something that we did outside of chamber normal activity. But we have like businesses like Carolina Realty or Sam's donated, Longhorns, area businesses donated to that to contribute. So that sort of thing does not come out of membership dues. It pays for itself, but it gives the businesses a chance to say, hey, we helped.
Right.
We highlight them. They're not looking for a pat on the back, but we're going to put that out there as much as possible and say, hey, these businesses did this, and they are supporting the community, and we're supporting them, and they are supporting the chamber.
Yeah, that kind of brings people together anyway.
Yes.
So that kind of activity does.
One common hat.
Right.
Just looking for one common hat.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you think are the main benefits to business, specifically of being part of a chamber, and then of course specifically this chamber?
Well, the main mission, like I said, for the chamber is to advocate for the businesses. I think people need to understand that we are a nonprofit organization. We are a business league. There's only a few of us that run the chamber. We're all, part-time. And it's really to be a resource for the businesses. We have, and people can see behind us, there's a lot of information here. We try to pull in as much information as we can, get people to filter that information to us so we can be the common hat and the common go-to. We want people to come in. If you're trying to organize a business and you're not sure whether to organize as a corporate or a LLC or whatever it may be, we help with that. We also help people that are looking for community outreach. It could be something specific to a personal need in the community. We know where to steer them. We have a lot of charitable groups that are members of the chamber that do community outreach. Those folks are with us. So everything we do to get people under the common hat, it gives us a lot of leverage to make things happen for the community, whether they come out and participate or not. But the base level is there for them to get the exposure, to be able to put their information here, and to be on that website and to be on the reference list. It's important.
So anybody that wants to be involved in the chamber, what's the easiest way to get involved? Or to
Well,
contact
they
you
can
guys?
come over here to the building. We're here Monday through Friday. We do close a little early on Fridays, just so folks know. Megan can help. Anna is our new membership coordinator. She can help folks, and of course, I'm pretty accessible. We do go out in the community and call on businesses, but they can go to the website. They can apply on the website. I don't know how much time we have left, but if they apply on the website, I will let folks know that we don't put all the like what the levels in the membership. We don't want people to sign unseen. They can apply online and put in an application. Then we want to meet them. We want to physically meet them, and we're very face-to-face and very relationship oriented, and we want them to know us, but we want to know as much about them as we possibly can. It helps us to spread the word about their business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Great to be here.
And make sure you join us next time for more 843 TV.
Our communities.